Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to go through the 9 things which I've stopped buying. Saving will only get you so far, but spending less so that you can use that money to invest and work and grow for you will make all the difference. Cutting out these things has left me with so much more money every month without having to sacrifice my quality of life. Do watch till the end if you want to have more money. Before we dive in, I want to remind you to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps my channel grow, and I appreciate your support. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. All-you-can-eat buffets. Growing up, my family enjoyed all-you-can-eat buffets. But as I've shifted to a minimalist lifestyle, I've realized that these buffets are not worth it. They are unhealthy due to overindulgence and the subpar food quality. They also trigger anxiety and panic, a psychological link to hoarding. Buffets play on our scarcity mindset, encouraging overconsumption by presenting an abundance of food. This can lead to hoarding physical possessions. While I still enjoy going out to eat, I choose restaurants based on quality over quantity. I prefer a well-prepared meal over a buffet, as it's better for my health, wallet, and peace of mind. Number 2. Food delivery services. Food delivery services have become a popular way to save money. Services like Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Postmates costing up to 92% more than in-house dining or picking up the meal yourself. This is nearly double the cost of eating the same meal in-house or picking it up yourself. Even ordering from places like Papa John's Pizza often comes with the expectation of tipping on top of the delivery fee, at least in the USA. Number 3. A brand new car. If you don't have money for it, just don't buy it. The second you put your key in the ignition and drive that car out of the showroom, it loses 10% of its value. An average brand new car will lose a further 60% by its 3rd year. I know some people like the feeling of having a brand new car, but is it really worth that additional amount of money at this point in your life? Or can you hold off to invest that money into an asset that will generate the cash flow to buy that new car later on in your life, if that's what you want? Number 4. Souvenirs. I really love traveling. Flights, hotels, making memories. These are all things that I'll be buying more of. But why I've stopped buying is souvenirs from every trip. More than a waste of money, it also massively clutters up my living space. If you really want to remember a trip, then write in a journal. I just read through it before recording this video and it brought back so many more memories than any souvenir ever could. Number 5. Buying the updated version. The rate at which new technology comes out way exceeds our actual need to replace them. But regardless of this, we still do keep buying it. I've actually found that the more I have of a particular thing, the less additional happiness it gives me. So when I first got the Apple Watch, there was a big jump in my happiness going from no Apple Watch to having an Apple Watch. It was worth the money. I felt healthier, I felt happier with all the workout prompts. It did the job that I was looking for. Then a year later, a new version came out and I spent a few £100 more to get the upgrade. That maybe 5% increase in happiness just didn't correlate to the amount of money I spent on it. So now whenever I think we're upgrading something, I always ask myself if it's really worth spending that extra amount to upgrade the specific thing. Or should I rather spend that money on a new experience or a new item that will correlate more to the amount of happiness I get from it? Number 6. Items on sale. There's a difference between buying something on sale and buying something because it's on sale. Sales can seem like a great way to save money at first because when stores do these 20% off, 30% off, 40% off sales, they're just actually using a psychological trick to make you justify that spending in your head. If there's a jacket that you were going to buy anyway, and now it's on sale from $200 down to $140, then yeah, you've saved $60. But if you're buying it because it's on sale, then you've got to look at it like you're $140 out of pocket. Sales are just a way of buying things that you wouldn't have otherwise bought. And remember, it's you against these multi-billion-dollar organizations with huge marketing budgets behind them. Number 7. Cable TV. Many years ago, I realized we weren't watching 99% of the channels we were paying for with cable TV. Not only that, but the commercials were just way too long and intrusive. It was money down the drain for a service we barely used and often found frustrating. Instead, we've switched to streaming services. This allows us to pick and choose what we want to watch when we want to watch it. No more flipping through hundreds of channels only to conclude, there's nothing on. With streaming, we have access to a wide variety of content, and we can watch it on our schedule, without those long commercial breaks. This switch has not only saved us money, but also given us more control over our viewing habits. We're not tied to network schedules, and we can easily manage our subscriptions based on what we're actually watching. Number 8. Investing in things that I don't understand. This isn't one that I stopped buying, but it is one that I've stopped putting my money in. Things I don't understand. A lot of people put their money into investments without really understanding what they're investing in. Even if you do have a financial advisor, you should have a basic level of understanding of where your money is going. Whether it's ethical, whether you actually want to invest in that thing. Because no one would care about your money and where it's going as much as you will. Number 9. Interest and late fees. Last but definitely not least, I refuse to spend money on interest or late fees. This one ties back to my journey from being a hoarder to embracing minimalism. Back when my home was a hot mess, my finances were too. Finance guru Susie Orman once said, "If you have debt, I'm willing to bet that clutter is also a problem for you." And you know what? She's onto something. When you're disorganized in one area of your life, it often spills over into others. Before I got my life in order, I'd do things like toss my mail onto an already cluttered countertop, forget to pay bills on time, and end up racking up expensive late fees. It was like throwing money down the drain. I know many people who turned to minimalism because they struggled with shopping addiction and ended up in massive credit card debt, buying things they didn't even want or need. Part of my minimalism journey was decluttering my finances as well as my home. Now, although I do have credit cards, I never buy anything I can't afford to pay off at the end of each billing cycle. This approach has saved me a ton of money in interest charges, and has given me peace of mind knowing I'm not living beyond my means. My overall mindset for spending. I have absolutely no problem spending on things that really bring me joy and value. But I don't want to spend on things just because it's out of habit, or because it's based on my ego and feeling like I need to impress people. I think if you cut out those two things, then you'll be in a pretty good place financially. With all of these things, I like to look at my financial decisions in terms of trade-offs. If I'm buying a liability or something that is going to decrease in value over time, is that extra amount of money I'm going to pay for this thing worth the trade-off of potentially sacrificing my financial freedom? Spending maybe an extra $5,000 on a better car right now might not feel like it's a big deal, but if it's a choice between spending that $5,000 on a nicer car versus spending that $5,000 on an investment, educating yourself, or building wealth that could potentially change your life, then is it really worth it? What's your favorite tip? Comment below. You may also wish to check out my other video on the Chinese secret to saving money for wealth accumulation in the link above and in the description down below. If you enjoyed this video, do like and share this video so that more people will learn about the things to stop buying. Check out this playlist of my top 10 videos for creating wealth, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.